Good morning, dear students. So today I welcome you all once again on this online session of our class 9 information technology subject. Now, until yesterday, we were discussing the content of unit 2. As I said earlier in our yesterday's discussion that we have come to the conclusion of unit 2. So, uh, after conclusion of unit 2, I have provided certain worksheets. Certain worksheet has been posted in your WhatsApp group. So simply go through the worksheet and try to find out the answer and send it to me as soon as possible. Now, after completion of unit 2, let us move to the third unit of our discussion, that is digital documentation. So what actually this chapter contains, what are the different aspects of this unit, all those things will be discussed in digital documentation, that is third unit. Now, much before getting into the in-depth analysis of this unit, I simply would like to begin with the history of word processing. This is a unit that is basically concerned with word processing. So, before getting into the detailed discussion of the digital documentation unit, let us come to the history of word processing. Now, how the concept of word processing came into existence, from where today's generation word processors have come up, all those things will be discussed in this topic. So, the need for word processing came in the early 1970s when, for the very first time, manual typewriters were being developed. The need for word processing came up during 1960s when manual typewriters were being set up in order to process the documents. Then, after this manual typewriters, certain advancement came into existence and it was followed by other set of typewriters which were considered as electronic typewriters. Electronic typewriters. Now, as we know that change is dynamic in nature, means whatever is being created has to undergo certain changes, has to undergo certain innovation, because most of the task that has to be accomplished by all those devices cannot be accomplished, and this can only be done once modification is being applied to the devices. So from manual came electronic typewriter. Now these devices were also consisted of certain demerits, because of which later on, as per our need, today's generation computers came into existence. And using the computers, we concentrated on the task of word processing. So first of all, manual typewriters consisted of certain demerits or flaws which were being corrected in electronic typewriter, and as per the need of that generation, it has been developed. Now, with the advancement in science and technology, few more changes were being devised in these devices, and finally in today's generation the computers came into existence. Nowadays you might have seen every day the technology inside the computer goes on changing. For example, earlier it was, in case of processor, earlier it was Pentium processor, Celeron processor. Later on it moved to dual core processor, Core 2 Duo, then Core i3, Core i5, Core i7. So every day this technology goes on changing. So this is a brief history on word processing, from where our today's generation of word processor, that is computers, came into existence. Now let us come to this is just a brief history of word processing. Now let us come to a topic which is also known as documentation, because here we are going to discuss the concept of documentation mostly using our word processing tool. Okay. So this term, the term documentation came from the word that is documents. And what does this term document actually means? So document is simply a piece of paper which consists of written content, and which has to be stored for a certain time duration and can be retrieved at some point of time later. Okay, so a document is a piece of paper which consists of written content, which can be retrieved at a later half. Correct? Now, this process of preparation of documents in order to retrieve at a certain point of time later is also considered as documentation. What is the main purpose of documentation? In order to preserve certain content, in order to preserve certain written scripts for a longer duration of time, so that it can be used or retrieved at a later part or a later point of time. Now, these documents which has to be documented can be a thesis. For example, somebody is doing research on some of the topics. Then, in order to preserve what are the research or analysis whatever he or she has done, that has to be maintained in a document format, which is also considered as thesis. So, thesis, then manuscripts. Now, what is manuscripts? You might have heard that the original content, suppose an author has created a book and he is planning to launch a novel in the market. Before going ahead with all the editing, all the necessary changes, he or she simply will make a hand-prepared notes of the complete content of that particular book or novel. Say that handwritten content or self-prepared content of that particular book is also considered as manuscripts. Okay, so documentation can be done for thesis, manuscripts, then certain legal documents, say property papers. Legal documents may include property papers, correct? Our property paper has to be legally documented and kept safely along with us, correct? So that it can be utilized if at any point of time it is being required. So these are the documents, and the whole process of making document is called preparing a document is also known as documentation. So this is the concept of documentation. No need to worry, I will provide the notes of the same in PDF format at the end of the video. Now, the next topic that we are going to discuss is word processing. The next topic that we are going to discuss is word processing. Okay, so whenever we are using any of the computer application software, whenever we are using a computer software in order to enter, edit, format, store, retrieve and printing a certain document, whenever we are using a computer software in order to create, format, edit, store, retrieve, using a computer software, whenever we are doing this set of tasks in a document, that whole set of tasks or a group of tasks is also considered as word processing. Means word processing is simply the use of a computer software for performing different operations on our documents, such as formatting, entering, formatting, editing, retrieval and printing of the document. So this is word processing, means making the necessary changes or applying the necessary changes as per our need to a document using an application software or a computer software is also considered as word processing. The document which has to be processed can be a letter, a notice, a report or a business correspondence. The documents that needs to be processed can be a notice, a letter, a report on something, or a business correspondence. Means any document related to our business. So the use of a computer software in order to apply various changes, in order to apply various changes into our document is also known as word processing in short. Fine. This term word processing was invented by IBM. It has also got a history. The term word processing was invented by IBM in the year 1960. In the year 1960, an organization named IBM or International Business Machine Corporation simply coined this term word processing. Later on, in the year 1971, by the year 1971, the New York Times, a newspaper, simply coined this term with the concept of word processing with a specific term, that is buzzword. Okay, so the term word processing was coined by IBM in the year 1960s, but later on, during the year 1971, this word processing term was being recognized as a buzzword by the New York Times, which is one of the renowned newspaper of USA. Okay, so in the later half, it came to be known as buzzword. So this term is important. See, this term can be placed for a single mark question. MCQ question can be asked based on this. So remember this term. What is the term that has been coined by the New York Times for the word processing? That is buzzword. So this is the concept of word processing, applying all the necessary changes to our document using a computer software. That is known as word processing. History, it began in the year 1960, and it was the term word processing was coined by IBM in the year 1960s. In the year 1971, the New York Times came up with a new terminology for the word processing, and that term was considered as buzzword. Okay, so this is all about word processing. Now, from word processing came word processor. From word processing only this term came into existence, that is word processor. So what are actually word processor? These are applications, these are computer applications which are used for production of printable documents or printable word processing materials. Okay, so in short it can also be termed as an application, a computer application for the production of printable materials is also called as word processor. Okay, so whenever we are using any computer application for the production of printable materials, means whatever the content that has been kept for processing after performing all the necessary changes, those material when required in printable format, that printable format can be made by means of word processor. Okay, now it has also got history. The history of word processor begin with WordStar. The most widely used word processor in the beginning was WordStar. Remember this name. This is also important. Which was the first word processor? The first word processor, one of the earliest known word processor is WordStar. Okay, so this is all about word processing and word processor, history of word processor. That is the first known word processor application was WordStar. So this is all about the basic introduction of Unit 3 digital documentation. Here we have discussed documentation, word processing, word processor, then history of word processing, followed by the first type of word processor that was being utilized in the early 90s. Did you ever imagine what is the reason behind performing the word processing task by means of computer nowadays? Did you ever imagine? If you might have thought, if you might have brought a thought about why the computer is being utilized nowadays in order to perform word processing, then you could have guessed about one more kind of hardware, that was the typewriter, which were prevalent in earlier generations, By means of typewriters only, all the data processing applications, all the data processing tasks were being done by means of typewriters. But those applications, those hardwares were having certain demerits, because of which they lost their importance, and finally they were being replaced by the computers. So in this session, in this discussion, in this half, we will be concentrating on what were the different limitations which were being possessed by the typewriter, because of which today's generation computer came into existence for word processing application. So we will discuss one by one in detail. The first limitation was if any typing error used to be there whenever we were supposed to insert a written content, whenever we are supposed to insert a written content into our document, in case of any typing error, the whole sheet have to be typed again. That means what? We cannot make any necessary correction in between the material. Instead, we simply need to remove the whole sheet and insert a new sheet, and we need to perform the same task again from the beginning. That was a waste, isn't it? After, if we have done mistake, then there should have been any provision for correction of those mistakes as well. But that provision was not there in case of typewriter. So whenever we used to do any task, if any mistake used to occur in between our textual content, then the whole sheet has to be removed and the whole content has to be typed again. So this was one of the first limitation of typewriter. Then second one was the second demerit or the second disadvantage of using typewriter was that if we need to send a same letter to multiple persons, say 2 or more persons, if there is a need for sending the same letter to 2 or more persons, then we could not have done with ease because it required multiple typing efforts. That means what? Once we have typed a letter for some person, there was no other provision of copying and pasting the same content and then again simply changing the address. Instead, the same document has to be typed again and again. The same document has to be typed again and again with multiple addresses. So the second limitation was sending the same letter to 2 or more persons with different addresses. If 2 or more persons were there where we need to send our letter, in such situation we need multiple typing efforts. So the second is multiple typing efforts was required. Multiple typing efforts were required to send the same document to multiple persons. Same document to more than 2 persons. More than 2 or more persons. No provision was there for changing the address and directly copying and pasting the document and sending. So instead, the same content has to be again typed and then forwarded to the second recipient. The third demerit or limitation of the typewriter was, see, whatever the characters that are available in present generation computers keyboard, all those characters were not available in case of typewriter. That was also one of the demerit, means all the characters were not available, all the characters or symbols which were being needed were not available. So it was not always possible for a typewriter to type each and every characters as per our need. So every characters were not available. Every characters or symbols not available. Symbols were not available. alphanumeric characters or symbols were not available. Then the fourth one, this is the third limitation. Then the fourth limitation is it was not always possible. It was not always possible for us to produce the document in our desired format. Suppose a format I need a document in a certain format, and as per our requirement, it was always not possible to produce our document using a typewriter in the desired format, because of which it was being replaced by today's generation computers. So, production of document in the desired format were not available. Desired format was not available. So, production of document in the desired format was not available in case of typewriters. So, later on, it was being replaced by the computer. These were the limitations of manual typewriter. Now, later on, in the year 1974, a corporation, an organization named Xerox, don't get confused with photocopying. So, it is the name of an organization. Okay, whenever we hear the term Xerox, it simply always does not mean photocopying. So, Xerox is also the name of an organization. In the year 1974, this organization made an attempt to create a new kind of typewriters, which was electronic typewriter. It made an effort to produce electronic typewriter replacing manual typewriter, and it also have reduced some of the limitations which were earlier being encountered while using the manual typewriter. So this is just a brief history on how our today's generation of word processor came into existence. With this, I would like to conclude today's discussion. In our next discussion, we will move ahead with the new topics of our this unit. Thank you.